I fall off. Hi, y'all. Oh, see, I almost did it.
No.
But
Wait, are we live?
live?
Hey, y'all.
We're live, right? Are we? Did I press it?
Did I press it?
Yeah, we're live. Girl, we're
right.
live. All right. See, it's never a dull moment when you're live.
Go back to the do your hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all.
Oh. Hey, y'all.
Yeah, you're much better.
Hey, y'all.
I'm not good.
You were almost there. It almost got
No,
there.
because I don't got the twang.
The twang.
Oh.
Y'all.
Y'all.
I can't.
Hey, y'all.
It's like, it hurts to say it. Y'all.
Where are you from?
New York.
Oh, yes, it hurts. I'm sorry.
She is too.
I'm sorry.
But she's
Wait,
way more country.
She's more acclimated.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love country music. That's all I really
I do
listen to
too,
sometimes,
but
so.
you know, I can't y'all. I feel like I'm Jackie Chan. You
Y'all.
all.
Y'all.
So let's hi people. Hi
Right.
Nikki's neighbors.
Hi, Nikki's neighbors.
We have a special guest.
We have another Nikki.
We
And
got
I'm
a
special.
another special Nikki.
Yes.
But she is KKI, right?
Yes.
You gotta
I'm
spell it
CK.
out. You guys got me. She had me messed up when she was like, "Yeah, Nikki." I was like, okay. And then she said,
You
with
thought
the
she was
KKI.
having an out of
Yeah.
body experience.
I was like, is
So
she,
you're
I
gonna
know
be
you're our guest.
right. So you're gonna be the guest.
But you're usually with me. So, like, are you talking to yourself? Is this a problem?
Is this
we
a
need
moment?
To see, do we need to see
Psychological.
that part? Exactly. I was like,
I was gonna come in here and just keep switching chairs. So Nikki,
Ooh,
yes,
that would
Nikki.
be
I mean,
good.
weirder things have happened on this show. But anyway, we are gonna talk about Miss Nikki. Let me show that picture again. 'Cause you're looking fine in that picture. Girl.
Right.
I had to. I was like, whoa, wait.
I was feeling myself in that
Oh,
picture.
feel it.
We were actually on a boat for a
Yes.
friend's wedding, and I was singing. Not in that dress, though, but afterwards there was this beautiful garden, and so it was like Central Park, and so we took pictures there. Like this
A
man
boat
has
and a garden?
his own, like, I'm his
Who
photographer.
he married? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. This is not for sale, but that was another podcast we had. But
That was the other one.
oh well, okay.
So, yeah.
So I'm gonna dive deep.
Okay,
Quick.
let's go.
We're gonna go.
We're jumping into it.
Go.
Huh?
We're gonna jump into it.
Get at
We're
it.
jumping. I can't. I could swim, but it's not cute when I swim. Just throwing it out there. Who are you? Who are
Who
you?
are
am
That's a
you?
deep question. Who are you, Miss Nikki with 2 Ks and an I?
So, who am I in what sense of it? Because I've got multiple ways to answer you on that.
The way you want to.
Who
The way
am
you
I?
would describe yourself.
Oh, okay, that's easy. So who am I? I am a people-centered person. I'm a lover of people. I am a helper, a healing facilitator. I am love. That's who I am.
I love her.
I told you would.
I love that answer.
Yes.
Because you could have went like, so I am a mother of
Right,
3.
I'm a mother.
I do.
Nobody want to hear that.
enjoy tacos and long
I
walks
like
on the
tacos.
beach.
She went deep. No, so she likes tacos, and she's a healer and a lover and all of the things.
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio too, so we stay deep. That's our purview right there. So we like the deep stuff.
How do I not know you? This is the first time we meet, and I love her already. But guys, it's like, yeah. Now I'm changing the way I answer who I am. I don't even know who I am because of you just now.
Right. Now I gotta go back and figure out who am I.
What am I doing here?
We're gonna have to take a week and answer that on the next
scenes.
podcast. We're gonna ask
I
ourselves.
truly feel like that was one of the best answers I've ever heard.
It was.
Of who you are. Ooh.
I try to just tell the truth because I got a bad memory.
What happened?
You know what I mean?
Mic up?
Main cam button.
Oh. Main cam. I'm just pressing buttons. See? This is why we got people to get me, because I don't do this.
Shout out to ORAP.
ORAP. Okay. So what defines you? Ooh.
Okay, so this one, if you'd asked me several weeks ago, I probably would have had a different answer. I define me. And most of my life, it hasn't been that way. Most of my life, coming from my trauma, I allowed other people to define me. So depending on where I was, I could meet people wherever they were. But, and they were pieces of me that I could share with people, but nobody had the whole part of me. Like my friend group is so diverse that I couldn't put them all in the same room. Because I got the headbangers over here, I got the gangster rappers over here, I got the church folks, I got there's so many parts of me. I'm so complex, and there's so many layers that I could assimilate. That probably comes from being in 15 different schools. By the time I was 15, I had to keep shifting and learning in order to adapt. But my 50th birthday, thank you for coming, Nikki, that was an event.
When she turns 50 in 25 years. I
am proud that I made it this far. But it was an integration of all of my me's. My Nikki, my born name is Keisha Nicole. Okay. Most people know me as Nikki unless you're really close to me, then you know Keish. And so my 50th birthday back in November was an integration of all of my selves. I don't have multiple faces for any of you. I'm true to me, and this is how I show up, and either you like it or you don't. And if you do, you're my tribe. And if you don't, bless you. Keep it moving,
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, her 50th birthday was I've never been to something like that. It was amazing. She walked out like a queen, and she was singing a song. And I was like, I was in tears. Really, I cried. I did. I think everybody cried. We were like, yes. We were like, it was beautiful.
It was a moment.
I can't wait till I turn 50.
Yeah, it was beautiful for me.
So I'm gonna ask you, and this isn't even on the thing, but you mentioned like that what it took you to get here, or like I'm proud to be here. So walk us down a little bit. You don't have to go super deep, but walk us down a little bit of like what you really mean by that.
So I'm a survivor of childhood sexual trauma. I'm a survivor of life. Okay, I've been in situations where I've been violated, I was beaten, I was starved. There's a whole bunch of shit, you know what I mean? I was homeless.
You didn't tell me this.
She probably didn't know. No.
This is really relatable. Like, I feel like, I'm like, am I talking to myself? But go ahead.
I'm a statistic. I was a single mother. I had 3 daughters. I withdrew from high school at 16. I went to a program where I was taught by a nun. I actually got my diploma. I went to college, was living on my own at 17, raising my children on my own. And so there's a lot of things that I had to overcome to get to where I am. So I never thought I'd live to be 25, to keep it real, right? But when 50 came, like I wasn't even going to do anything for my 50th birthday. And my friend was like, "Can I cuss?"
Yes, you can cuss.
You can be what you want. On this. Like, there's no do it, girl.
Right.
Cut it out.
Shout out to Nat if you're watching, but she was like, "Bitch, you're turning 50. This is a big deal. You gotta do some
Yes.
So she's just like Nikki.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
'Cause,
Yes.
I force her to do something on her birthday.
Yeah,
I have
yes.
to force her because she
Yes.
won't do
I
anything.
don't.
Yes.
Yeah, that's special though. Those are the friends you keep around because
Indeed.
they give you the outside looking in perspective. Like you didn't even know. I didn't even know I needed to celebrate my birthday. Now I need to. Like, give me a birthday party. Where's my? I need dinner. I need balloons.
Where's my crown?
See,
I'm
I was
still
messed up because I didn't think
acclimating
anybody
that.
would
Yeah.
come. Like, I do a lot for everybody, but
Yeah.
I don't expect any of that in return. And like,
Can
there
I
was some
expect
parts of me that was actually even scared to ask, even though I've done and supported and cheerleaded and given and all of that. And I do that from my heart, but I never expect any of that back. And so it was scary for me. I was like, what if nobody shows up? Like, what if I do all this?
Out.
Right. 6K later. Like, it was a big deal. It was a whole production. It was a big deal.
It was beautiful.
But it was a
I
moment.
can't even imagine. But it's like I have made it.
Yes.
Moment, right?
Yes.
I
Top
get
of the
it.
mountain
Yeah.
type shit.
I get it.
Yeah.
Dang, I want a 50th.
Yeah.
I need to make it.
We
guys.
got you in 20 years.
Yeah.
I love you. She's a complete liar. But I'm gonna take it in 20 years when we're gonna celebrate my 50th. In 20, guys, she's your best friend. I'm sorry, people. She said in 20. I love her. All right. Oh gosh.
All right. What's next?
What or who has been your toughest battle, and how did you overcome it? That was a Nikki one. I kind of like reworded it, but that was it.
I was just throwing out ideas like.
She had me crazy
Put it
because I was
together.
like, dang. Because I read these and I'm like, how would I answer that? I ain't got no answer for this one. But go ahead. I'm going to need you to answer it. But
So that's a two-part. So
who or what is your toughest battle, and how did you overcome it?
So the what I would say is two-part in the fact that my mother died 3 weeks before my 21st birthday. My son died in my arms 6 years later on my mother's birthday.
Wow.
Both of those were very, very difficult things for me to overcome. Why? Because even though there was abuse suffered at the hands of my mother, she was also my cheerleader and she supported me on the flip side. You know what I mean? And then the fact that my son died on her birthday, I always wanted a boy. Right? I had 3 girls. Mind you, okay, let me just give y'all this. I had my tubes cut and tied after my second kid. I still had 2 more.
When she said that at her party, I was like,
They're
oh,
still
Wait.
them babies is meant to be here.
meant to be here. Yeah. So I
You're
still
making
have
me
1 inch
emotional.
gaps.
I don't even know why, because that's crazy.
Yes, I still have 1 inch gaps on either side. They're still cut. They're still tied. The doctors had no understanding or no reasoning for why I got pregnant again twice, 4 years apart.
Wow.
That's wild.
So I understand it now. Okay.
God's work. I'm sorry.
Indeed.
Like, that's
Indeed.
just, there's nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because who got you pregnant, girl? He
Yeah.
don't matter. Sorry, but it's like for
No,
real.
for
like,
real.
The fact is how.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That part. So
Yeah.
those were very difficult things for me to overcome. And the funny thing is, because I use humor a lot. So at the hospital, I lived at the hospital at Winnie Palmer for 3 months when he got sick. And it was some rare blood disorder that now they have a cure for. They have treatment for. Back then they didn't. But it being on my mom's birthday was very symbolic for me. And so I told the nurses, I was like, you know what? This is the one time that I could get my mom to watch my kids and I didn't have to tell her when I'm coming to get them. And the nurses are like, oh, they're all crying. Right. So.
But that's what keeps you going,
Yeah,
right? That find humor in just tragic situations.
Yeah, I have
what
a
else
weird
can you
sense of
do?
humor
I'm
too.
the
Yeah,
same way.
like
What else can you do? Laugh.
It's fucked up, but I gotta
exactly.
do what I gotta do. You know?
Yeah.
The other part of that, who is my toughest battle? Me. My inner critic is disgusting, right? And those are programs and scripts that people have spoken over you since childhood, that things that people have said about you, frequencies that you've absorbed through the air, that you've latched on, thoughts. You're not your thoughts, by the way. Y'all know that, right? But thoughts that you actually grabbed on and said, oh yeah, I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna put that in here because that's me. No, it's not. But my self-talk, and I'm learning to be very intentional about how I speak to myself and how I speak about myself. That is very important, and people don't understand that.
It's everything, really.
It is everything. If you want your life to change, you got to change your mind.
Yeah.
You got to change how you speak. So if you say, oh, I ain't never going, you never the fuck will.
You ain't. You ain't.
You sure ain't. Because guess what? You're talking, but all of your billions of cells are listening. And they're putting into action because what? They're the people pleaser. You're the people. And they want to do what you want them to do. So they're all rustling to do exactly what you say. So you got to be very intentional about how you speak about yourself and your circumstances.
Do you think that negative side comes from the abuse?
Oh, most definitely.
Okay.
Trauma plays out in so many ways that we have no idea. We have no idea. And we're just, the trauma-informed society, you know, is really starting to speak about these things and to explain how these things play out, whether it's in your thought process, whether it's in your actions, or even your inactions. Yeah. Right?
The lack of action is definitely still an action.
You know, they say fight or flight, but there's fight, flight, freeze. There's also fawn. People are like, what the hell is that? So if you're in a situation and it's safe for you to kind of go along with the flow until you're safe, that's fawning. People don't understand that. Oh, well, she agreed, or she said this, or she said that. She knew she was unsafe.
Right.
And
It's
so she
survival
was
mode.
afraid of the violence. So she went along with it until she was at a point of safety. And people don't understand that. And so it's just getting out there, and people are beginning to talk about it. Because, again, I'm 50. People didn't talk about things that were done
Why
to
we
you.
started this is
Exactly.
people, we have a voice that we didn't use growing up or even in our adulthood.
Yeah.
And now we're giving that to other people because we, like, this platform is for that reason.
Indeed.
Like, you're, I have so many questions. I'm like, forget this.
Forget the
No
script.
buttons. Because it's like, for me, being the same, I had a lot of, my mother caused a lot of childhood trauma. I was heavily abused, heavily sexually abused. And just like, I don't meet a lot of me's that I know of. And why I say that is because a lot of people don't talk about it. And God forbid it happened to a male, and then that's not ever a conversation. And so it's like, to hear you say that so freely, it's, I could tell you've done the work to be here, because a lot of people that don't speak on it, it's because they haven't done the work.
That
so
part.
Like, that's really special to even see. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just a breath of fresh air for sure. Toughest.
Let me just share this with you really
Love me.
quickly too.
She left me speechless.
I actually
Rare, but go ahead.
went to Utah a couple of weeks back. I went to Sapria.
Okay.
Okay, and they
heard of
they have a foundation. They're a part of Unique Makeup. The founders of Unique Makeup actually had this retreat, and all I had to do was get myself there. It was 4 days of the best food, intense classes and
I'm listening.
understanding. I now have 17 sisters. If any of you are listening, I love y'all. I have 17 sisters that may not look like me, but for those 4 days, we learned together and we shared together and we supported each other, and we still continue to support each other right now. They're from all over the country, and it was just a blessing to be in the mountains at an undisclosed location and being able to be naked in the sense that I can say how I feel, and it resonated throughout the room. You know, we did a drum class, and one drum, even though I might stop playing my drum, it was still resonating all the other vibrations in the room. And this theme, I continued to call this out throughout our classes, because one would speak on something over here and it would resonate throughout the room. You attract who you're supposed to attract. And so what you said was very, very important that you know of. But see, here's the thing. I think had I not gone there and done even more intense work, there was no cell phone. There was no TV.
Sign me up.
Right. We did Muay Thai. We did yoga. We did Tai Chi.
I love Tai Chi.
It was cold as hell at night, but it was very peaceful, and there was time to actually, one, sit with yourself,
Process it.
and then sit with other people that have gone through some of the same things, and some of the gentlest people I've ever met as far as the counselors go. So if anybody that's listening and you're a survivor of childhood sexual trauma, I would tell you go to the Supriya Foundation and apply, because it is transformational, life-changing. So there's that.
Woo.
And it's so hard to sit with yourself.
Oh, God.
It is so hard to sit with yourself.
It's the hardest thing to do, in my opinion, but it's the most rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, like, if you don't sit with yourself, first of all, you're not going to know who the hell you are.
Yeah.
Right.
And so everybody telling you who you are is who you are,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like you said earlier. But I used to only sit with myself when I was a kid. So, like,
Same.
I always kind of had a grasp of who I was. And that's probably what saved me, because I would have ended up like, I mean, we've talked about this. I have a sister, went through the same things. We're complete opposites. And so I would have ended up on that spectrum, the negative, the victim. But I always was okay with sitting with my thoughts. I feel like if anybody can do anything, is to learn how to do that.
Indeed.
So, because if not, you will be somebody else forever.
Yeah.
You will be whatever somebody
And there are
tells
people
you.
that you're going to meet that no matter
be
what in
emotional.
life, that's all they're going to be, is who somebody else wants them to be. I refuse. There's too much of me. There's too much of me to share. I didn't go through, and this is one thing I really realized, that I didn't go through all of these things not to speak on it. And that's what I learned. It wasn't
earned your
just
right.
for me.
Right.
Right, because here's the thing. So
It's
when
for
my son
everybody.
died,
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell? Why? I only wanted a boy, and you gave him to me for 16 months. Like, what? Like, I was mad. Me and God was not friends, okay? But now I can sit back and I understand it, because I was in church at the time, right? And one of the ladies, her child died. Nobody knew, and she shared this with me. Nobody knew. People think they know what to say. They don't, and they make it worse sometimes.
There's no words that
But
you can say.
I was able to talk to her. I was able to console her. And so even for the things that I've been through, like, my virginity was taken at 5 years old by somebody's grandfather. This is why my daughters never spent the night at anybody's house. That I wasn't like lock, stock, I know you. You understand what I'm saying? And they were pissed off at me.
I'm the
Grown.
same way, and I have boys. So yeah.
Same. There's
Because
no
it don't
difference.
matter.
It does not.
I don't understand the mentality of like, oh, but you got boys, so they're
No,
safe. Are
they're
you
not.
kidding me?
They're
And so
not.
I could go.
They're
I could
not.
speak on that till I'm blue in the face. It is the same thing.
You know what's crazy though? And people don't quite understand this. Why I'm not angry at any of the perpetrators. I'm not. Because here's the thing. I considered the things that happened to them, that they
Same.
never dealt with, that they weren't allowed to speak about, that they stuffed. And the trauma the complex trauma that I've suffered deepened my empathy. I'm a Heyoka empath, look that up later. It also, though, deepened my compassion for people. And that's why I said I'm love. Because when you look at things through the lens of love, it really changes your perspective.
Yeah.
Right? So my stepfather sexually abused me for years.
Same.
How are you not angry? People that I've told that to want to
in my
fight.
heart for him.
I don't either. You know why? Because I understand being an Italian. He was in the Catholic Church. He was an altar boy. He and his brother both were being abused by the priest. The nuns were beating them with rulers and all types of stuff. And so there's all types of things that go into that. And people don't understand that. But it's not me being a pussy. It is me. And it's not me forgiving them either. It's me understanding when you go through that type of trauma as a child, it changes. This is scientific. It changes your
whole
neuronal pathways.
Yes.
Now, through neuroplasticity, you can form new pathways, right? And so that's one of the things we also learn by speaking in a different way, thinking in a different way, talking in a different way to yourself.
The only thing I will say, like, I am with you. I get a lot of like, are you crazy?
Right.
That you can even be in a room with your mother. You can.
Right.
I don't necessarily feel like I can be in a room with the people that abuse me sexually. But no hate in my heart. Like, I wish you all the best, truly. But one thing I do say I do have a hard time with is the becoming better or changing, because I went through very similar things that you put me through. Here I am as a grown adult making the choice to not be that.
Yeah.
And so that's where, for me, I have a little bit of like, okay, well, you're grown now, so make the choice.
Consequences.
Exactly.
For your actions.
Make the choice to be better. Like, I always tell my sister, like, yes, this happened to you. Indeed. I don't ever take that from her. I know how hard it is, obviously, but at the same time, when is it on you now to be a better human for your kids and for those kids and kids? Like, when does the cycle stop? If I say I was abused and now my kids are getting abused, and that's just a cop-out at this point.
It is. And that was one thing for me that I want to protect the children from any of that, you know.
Huge for me, too.
As an adult, there's an accountability. And so, I don't hold any hate, right? At the same time, I wasn't upset that you went to jail.
Nope.
You feel me? I wasn't upset.
Throw away the key.
I wasn't upset that life has done to you what it's done to you. Because here's the thing, I've never had to exact revenge on anybody. God has allowed me to sit back and say, I got you. Right. Don't worry about it. And when I see what comes out of those things, like, literally, my heart breaks for him. I'm like, ooh, God. Because I never would, my revenge wouldn't have been that. You know what I mean? But the way that people say karma's a bitch, karma is not. Karma is nothing but a teacher. And it puts you in a position to be able to think on and understand the position you put somebody else in.
But you didn't learn the lesson.
Bow. Yep. So it's going to be hard.
So ouch, because you didn't learn the lesson. So like, that's why I say always take the lesson.
Yes.
I don't even care. I don't care about the L. I don't care about losing. Take the lesson out of it, and then we keep moving. And then, so they didn't take the lesson as a child when they became an adult, and they kept it going. And then, well, you didn't take the lesson from going to jail. I mean, some people do this their whole lives. Some people abuse their whole life. Like, they get out, and it's just a vicious cycle. Then when will you learn the lesson? Like, my abusers continue to abuse and abuse and abuse. As parts of me are mad at the system. I'm fully aware that the system is not meant to protect children. No. It's really not. I wasn't protected.
I was a ward of the state, and I can tell you it's not. It was worse. There were times being a ward of the state that I wished I'd never said a damn word. There were so many people that I was in programs with and stuff that told me they were in foster homes, and their foster parents beat them, molested them, and they didn't do anything but move them to another home. So y'all set kids up because you didn't have enough homes. You know what I mean? So the system does what the system is designed to do, and it's not to protect or care for children for real. Never. And there are people that get into it for that, and then they become so overwhelmed, they just flatline out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I gotta ask you these questions.
Sure.
I mean, Nikki's like, girl, like you. We're
Sidebar.
to have
yes.
A beverage later. What gives you strength?
So that's interesting. I grew up in the church. I don't go to church now. I am a spiritual person. If you had to describe me, you might say I'm a pantheist. I believe that the way to the Creator, God, whatever you want to call it, is a house, right, with many doors. And that we all have pieces of the truth, and those pieces put together probably go to the actual truth. So in my world, the Creator, the source is, the energy is love. And so that's what gives me strength. Love for me love for those that I attract, and knowing that I trust God to exact whatever I'm supposed to get, and the universe is going to bring that to me. Mm-hmm. That's my visualization for myself.
That's so beautiful. Yeah. Wow. And it's basically like whatever you put in your energy, whatever you get is what you accept, and you work from there. And that's really pretty.
I feel like if it came to me, then I have the wherewithal, I have the tools, and I have the resources to deal with it. And so I got it.
Mm-hmm. I'm big on that too.
I might cry though. I'm serious.
Even the tragedies of the world, if they came to you, you are already prepared to overcome them, in my eyes.
Jay, I would not, and folks don't understand this either, I would not go back and change one traumatic event. Why? Because it made me who I am.
I'm going to cut you off because look.
That was a good transition.
Oh, that was a segue.
Right.
Anything about your story, what would it be? But go talk on that. Like, that's so funny that you said that. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah. I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't change being homeless, because then I wouldn't have a respect for homelessness and how you get to that place. I would not change being beaten and humiliated, because I wouldn't have an understanding or a point of reference for that. And I feel like in this world, the reason why people are so shitty to other people is because they don't know that experience. They haven't had that experience. Right. They don't understand. And so they judge from their seat. I have sat in so many damn seats, my butt should be bigger than what it is. But
girl, I ain't got no booty, and I agree.
Right?
It should be huge.
Right. Right.
I lived 1,000 lives.
That in this one life. But it gave me a point of reference to be able to see through multiple lenses and multiple perspectives, to be able to meet people where they are. And that's very important. I can talk to you, or I can talk at you. Two different things.
Amen.
I can try to understand where you come from. I can sympathize. Oh, that's so sad. Or I can be like, oh, okay. I really feel you. I understand where you're coming from. I understand that energy. Like, even assholes, I have this knack of sitting with and understanding, like, somebody that's mean and nasty to other people aren't to me. Why? Because I sit down and I'm like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I also hear what you're not saying.
You see them.
Yeah.
I call that my little gift. Like, I see people for what they truly are. Indeed. Like, I see past the in between the lines type of thing. But I feel like Nikki does too. I feel like people who have gone through certain amount of trauma or certain things that they've gone through, have the empathetic heart, are almost kind to their blue in their face, but they wouldn't change it even if it is taken advantage of. In a way, they change who they do it to. The discernment is real, but not necessarily themselves. Like, they give more of themselves usually, and it's real when you go through certain things, when the people you are supposed to trust and are supposed to love you don't do you right. You kind of grow that empathy for others because you know what it's like to have none of that.
Right.
Like, I really have met, and I've read something that said something like that in some of the people that have gone through the most traumatic lives live in love.
You have to.
Because
you have to, or you just be
know
mad at everybody forever.
You already know what it's like to not live in love.
Exactly. You already know that. So why would you continue to perpetuate that to other people? You understand that pain. You understand what it feels like on the other side of that. You don't want to do that to anybody. But here's the thing, boundaries.
That's what I'm saying. I've recently learned more of those.
Me too.
And the discernment is real. Like, I'm really like, okay, so that's not the person I'm going to be nice to anymore. But I might be quiet. I'll see you in this other, I'll wave and say hi from over here. But yeah. But before it was like, I just needed to pour out love.
I need to love them more so they can see me and understand that this is what love is like. Girl, you better stop that. You need to pour yourself to it, right?
I learned all my lessons on that one. Believe me.
But that's trauma speaking.
Yeah.
Right? That's trauma. Let me love you until you like me, until you treat me right. And that don't work.
It's the little girl. Yes. And I know both of you are going to understand this. The little girl that didn't get the love from the person that should have loved them most.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that's why I'm a dog
very
person.
Self-aware.
Because
I'm
cats,
a dog person too.
not for nothing,
because they're not loyal.
Cats act
I
like
love
women.
animals.
Cats
but
act like
if
women.
you scratch my face, you're going somewhere.
We fighting.
Yeah.
Like,
Right. You out. But cats are like, they don't come unless they want something.
Yeah.
And then outside of that, they have no use for you. Dogs love you all the time. You
don't
kill
like
the dog,
my
all
dog
that.
had unconditional
dogs.
love.
I love dogs.
Okay.
I'm allergic to cats. They need to stay
I
away
am
from
too.
me.
I'm allergic
I don't
to
like any
cats.
creature that could creep up on you. You don't even know that. Like, how did you get here?
No,
I need a running dog.
I work with a lady and she's like, oh, my husband's cat. And she has like,
Scratches all
like,
over.
girl, that's not your husband's cat. That's
Yes.
food.
Right.
I said that out loud. PETA, nobody come after me. Like, I don't know what you want, but like, I was joking. Ish.
A cat
Joking
bit me one
ish.
time. I bit him back. I told
A
him.
cat bit you?
Yeah, no, because it was a mean cat. And the owner told
Obviously.
me. She's like, listen, my cat's mean. It bites, it scratches. I looked at that cat. First meeting, honest to God. I said, if you bite me, I'm going to bite your ass back. The cat looked at her, looked at me, and bit me. I grabbed the cat's tail and bit the cat back. Listen, the cat slapped the hell out of her, but that cat never touched
She's a
me.
thug.
Never
She
had a
said,
problem.
Right. I bit it back.
I said, you didn't like that, did you? Okay, don't bite nobody.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
I was a teenager, y'all.
Right.
But that cat never bit me.
That's hilarious.
No.
It's crazy,
I don't even-
right?
Yeah.
Like, no, it takes a special kind of someone
Yep,
to
that's
Yeah.
what I
bite
thought I
that
was
cat
nuts.
back. I'm just saying. I
Don't
think
bite
I've ever-
nobody
Listen,
if you don't want to be bitten.
That cat knew not to
Listen.
bite her no more.
I didn't even know
It
cats
probably
bit.
thought twice the next time it tried to bite somebody. Like, should
Like,
I
wait,
bite
wait,
you?
he was like,
right.
no.
Because you might just bite me back.
I won't eat. She's like, oh, I don't know. This
I was
food might
serious.
sting me,
Don't
but
bite me.
I love her. She said I bit the cat.
I did.
That-
He bit me.
Right.
I'm gonna need O-Rap to like make a reel out of this.
We gotta get that on the shirt. The
Please,
cat bit
like,
me and I bit it back.
I bit it back. That's like a whole mantra, like for life. Like
Yeah.
the cat. If the cat bites you,
Bite it back.
Right. Uh-huh.
done. That's it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, my brain.
Right.
No, listen, girl, the wheels are.
That's a t-shirt.
Hmm.
Like, that's that.
You heard it here
I'm gonna need
first.
you.
Right,
I'm gonna need
uh-huh.
her to market it because make sure I get one.
Right.
I'm a t-shirt person. I love a good quote. I love a good.
And
know?
it's going to be green. I got you.
Oh,
Yeah,
see,
see?
green, see,
Mhm.
this is
Yes.
right.
So my
I made a
homegirl
new
makes
friend.
t-shirts, so you heard that. I know you're going to watch this if you're not
Right.
on
We
now.
need some shirts.
And I bit it back.
Yeah.
That's like my whole. That's what I'm gonna live my life by.
Right.
Like love, sure,
Yeah.
bite it back.
Yeah. Right. Man.
I love you, cool, but did you bite me? 'Cause
Listen,
I got
life
you.
has been biting, so I'm about to start biting
You
it
hear
back.
me? But
Girl.
here's
That's
the
the
thing.
whole thing. Like, look what you started.
Love is not always fluffy, though.
No, love is tough.
real,
It's
and
real
love
and
will
rough,
tell you
yeah.
the truth, and love will
Man.
set boundaries. And I love that cat enough to bite his ass back. Can't bite me no more.
He
I
didn't
was
bite, and
15,
he
by
had
the
to
way.
learn that lesson, right?
Yes.
See,
Yes.
tough love is my spirit animal.
Yeah.
Like,
Same.
I'm gonna tell you about yourself, but with love, because I adore
love,
you.
yeah.
If I didn't, I wouldn't tell you.
Right,
nothing.
if I
would
didn't-
just keep
if I
you
didn't care-
be a mess.
Yeah.
Go do your mess.
Right.
Or like if you hurt.
Over there.
And it's funny, yeah, not with me. No, I'm not a messy person. Leave me alone. But I'm one of those people now, and I think like you either love me or you hate me.
Period.
And it's because it's okay that like if I didn't love you, I wouldn't say nothing. If I didn't care, I wouldn't say anything. I'm okay and peacefully ugly in mi casita
See.
with my coffee.
Entiende?
Right.
So I don't
I'm
have
not
to
for
say anything.
everybody.
Exactly. I always tell people
I'm
that.
not. I know
People
it.
have been offended that off the bat I know. I'm like, listen, I'm probably not your type. How dare you say that? What you know my type is? No, I know me. I can speak on me. So
3 weeks
from-
later, I don't like you. I told you.
Yeah.
Ghost me. Don't talk to me.
Right.
And then come back when you feel like it. Like, I know I'm not your type. That's why I'm okay with telling people that. It's not necessarily a judgment on you. It's a judgment on me.
Right.
And it's not judging me. It's knowing myself, being self-aware enough to know that you're not ready for a person like me because I'm so deep. I'm
It's
so
reading energy.
rough. I am reading
Out the
your
gate.
energy. I know that there's something that you are pushing back on, and I'm gonna be full force me. So
and I can't be halfway with you
and
either.
I can't half-ass a
Nope.
relationship, a love,
No.
a letter at school. Like I
Nope.
have never half-assed nothing.
Nothing.
It's like I usually go all in. Yeah, like and I'm deep diver. Like, you know, I told you I swim. It ain't cute when I swim. I got breasts. I'm sorry, it's not cute, but I go deep. So I tell people that. Like some people that want to stay on the shallow end.
Jay, what's your birthday?
I'm a Leo, and it's
I should have known. I love the big cat energy, though. I love it. I'm surrounded by Leos. I love the big cats. Y'all are so big and bold. I love y'all.
You
I
making
sure
me
do.
feel like I'm. So it's so
Cats
funny
too.
because
Cats
because
too.
well no, and I have because of Nikki now I know the Scorpios.
Yeah, I had to teach her all
of
this.
that.
Wait a
Because
minute.
I wasn't into it.
The boys are different. Let me just
Definitely
issue that
different.
Oh, I already
disclaimer.
know that.
okay.
Definitely
I already
different.
know that. And but it's funny because
Way
I'm not
different.
big on it. But I will say the one thing about a Leo that I am is like fierce. Like that word fierce stuck with me when I read on it. I was all right.
My Leo baby mother, she will read me for filth, and I'll be like, okay.
And it be true, right?
Yes.
That's one thing I will say about
Don't talk to me like that. Okay,
But it's
Right.
because it's love.
Yeah.
It really, like, I never mean it. Like, sometimes I could come off rough.
yeah.
And not
I
everybody
like
can
it rough
deal with
though.
it.
So
Oh.
don't wait. In the sense that
He heard it here first.
don't tell me a pretty lie. Give me the ugly truth.
Yeah.
Any day.
And I accept that.
I take it.
And I'm okay with you telling me about myself.
Yes.
But make it constructive. Like, when people
Yes.
out here just, like,
Don't be
throwing
trying to
stuff-
beat me up now.
No,
Yeah.
and also, like, don't use what you feel about yourself and project it on me. Preaching.
Because what I tell you back, you're probably not gonna like it.
And that.
Yeah.
You'll be mad at me
And
for a little while.
And I'm okay with people being mad at me. I am not okay with being
Fake.
that part.
I got you.
It hurts. Like, I'm like, dang, I really want to say this. and are you gonna be mad? Probably, but here goes. Or like, it's funny. Like a few weeks ago, I would say a few weeks. It's probably months ago. Like, I was like, Nikki, are you being different with me? And it's just random, nothing serious. But like, she's like, dang, girl. Because it's the unspoken is. I hear that louder than the spoken.
Oh
sometimes.
yeah.
That's
And
what
if
I
I
hate
love
about her.
you-
I'm like, dang, she knows.
Can I be in my own bubble, having my own stuff?
It's like and I'm the person who tries not to sugarcoat, but I'm gonna try to direct my whatever I want to say nice, or practice it in my head a couple of times. Is she gonna take it like this or like this? I want to tell
And
her, but
I
I don't
was
want
like,
to tell her
"Tell me
right now. She's like, I know, just tell me. I don't care,
Right.
just tell
Come
me.
on. Just give it to
But
me.
it's funny because I tell you, you could tell who I love because then I could tell the unspoken. So I'm like, her energy. I read energy. Don't tell me something because you're probably lying.
Oh, lie detectors, yeah.
But it's simple things like what if I love you? Like, okay, she was a little quieter. She couldn't look me in the eye, and it was something so.
What's wrong
minute.
with you?
That part. I was like, girl, you've been different with me for a week now. And she's like, dang, that was when I like. But
Call
that's
it
just
out.
like,
But
yeah.
that's friendship, and that's love, and
Yeah.
that's I care about you enough to know something is going on, and I want to
Amen.
support you if I can.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And if I did wrong, hold me
Yeah, tell
accountable.
me.
Yeah.
Tell me what I
accountable.
did.
I'm a grown ass woman.
Because
can
I
take
might
it,
say
yeah.
some stuff in love.
say
It
a
might be
lot.
truthful,
Right.
but so there's
It
a
still
thing about
hurts
me.
at the end of the
yes,
day,
because
so I can take accountability for how
I'm going to tell you the
delivered that.
truth, but I will never apologize for telling you the truth. I will apologize for my delivery.
That's
Because
why I say I'll take that accountability.
your intentions may be
Yeah.
good, but the way you
Amen.
deliver it and considering, somebody's state when you give them that,
Yeah.
you got to be careful.
and the
with that.
situation.
Yeah,
so I get
yeah.
that.
You got to be
completely.
sensitive
Dang,
to that.
we got deep. I want to ask this for me
Okay.
because this one's like I don't feel like I'm hopeless, but I feel like in times every once in a while it creeps back up. So now that I know you, I'm like, man, now I want to know what any advice you would give someone that thinks there's no hope and I say that in like any situation because now that I know your full story, it's like
You don't.
there's no, of course, and nobody knows anybody's full story.
At her birthday, when she was like, I'm on my third life, I was like, Oh man.
I said that.
Yes, I was like, I need to.
She's
That's
like,
when I
I'm
found out
really
your real name was Keisha.
I'm
I
like,
I thought she was Nikki.
I'm really 3,000 years old.
Right.
But here's my 50th.
And then I was like,
girl,
she's
just
like
for
me because
you.
my real name ain't Nikki either. I'm a whole Nylasia. Nicole's my
I'm
middle
shocked and
name.
appalled.
Nicole's my middle
I'm
name.
not because I heard it, but the first time I heard it, I said, "What?" Because y'all feel like Nickies,
Right.
You know,
For
there's
real.
like,
It
you know?
resonates with me
Yeah.
For
better.
real. Nikki's my protector. And that's why that's who the public knows me as, because Nikki protects
Jay,
baby
is me.
Keisha. Y'all at Supriya, if you're watching, you already know. Baby Keisha is so tender and she's so innocent. And she does need to be protected because this world is not necessarily safe. She comes out with my man.
Hey,
You got a wink too?
I can't wink, so you're not getting that from me. It's not on this show. This is not that type of show.
She comes out with people I'm safe with.
Dang.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
So
Like,
Nikki is the protector. Nikki protects us, all of these up in here.
you know how
Yeah.
real that is.
I'm about to
for
say,
you?
I feel like that.
And I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
for both of us.
And I never
so
even thought of it like that.
That's
But
so deep.
yeah.
I got goosies under the shirt.
Internal
Okay,
family
that-
system. Look that up. It's a thing. I didn't make it up. I promise I didn't.
She's not spitting out here. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a
DNA.
bachelor's in psychology. Okay, I do have some kind of education.
Yeah.
I wish I could get rid of these $177,000 in student
Oh,
loans,
man.
but I don't.
Say it louder for the girl.
I didn't say that. I am credentialed. I do have a bachelor's in psychology. I have a master's in applied learning and instruction, and I have a
educated, girl.
doctorate in life. You feel me?
Man.
Now,
I
back
feel
to,
you.
Back to your question. Though.
Feeling it.
What would I say to somebody who feels there's no hope?
Dang.
Any day you're on this side of the dirt, there's hope.
Amen to that.
Period. Period.
You like that, huh?
I'm still reeling from the whole name thing. So I'm gonna go back to that and then speak on this.
Okay.
Because I didn't think of it like that, but I've been doing that my whole life.
I'm just different. I think different.
Well, and I overthink and think, and
Same.
then I mean, like, I had a conversation this morning. I'm like, girl, you think like that? And I'm like, I know, but I never I just gave myself a name, or someone gave me a nickname and it stuck, but it stuck because it felt safe.
Nikki will fight.
Oh,
Keisha's not gonna fight.
Jay's a
Keisha wanna
thug.
love you. Oh yeah, a thug in a dress. A thug in a dress. Yes. I mean, that's a whole nother thing. When I said facets and layers and complexity,
'Cause all of us
I'm a felon.
We all have layers.
I'm an
Well,
educated felon. I don't listen. I say that publicly. Why? Because people think once I have this brand, because that's basically what it is, that's it. They ain't gonna give me nothing. I can't get nowhere. I can't. Man, please. I've handled people's money. I've worked for credit card. I've worked for law firm. I work for a law firm right now for a major insurance company.
I think
You
it's
can
the
do what you
negative
want to do.
voice that
Yes.
people, yeah.
You
I
can
agree
do what
with
you
that.
want to do. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do.
Yeah.
Tell me what I can't do, and I'm gonna say, hold my beer.
Dang, hold my beer. And she's a beer drinker.
Heineken. No endorsement.
Oh, see.
Yeah. No endorsement.
See, I had you at beer until you said Heineken. And then I was
Heineken
like,
is-
you lost me.
Heineken is my dad's favorite. Every Father's Day, he's like, just give me some Heineken.
It's an island man's favorite, right? So like my uncles, Heineken, my dad passed, but my dad,
too.
Heineken. And I'm over here like, can I get a Corona? Or like I like
drink
other
Corona.
I like
stuff.
Corona.
But
Yeah, I'll
yeah,
drink Corona.
but
I don't drink beer often.
yeah.
If
It's
I'm
like
drinking, it's Crown and
Oh, okay.
Crown Apple and apple juice, or Crown Peach and Simply Peach. That's what them things. I mean,
I've never had
or
those.
water.
I mean,
That'd be in
I've
your
had
cup.
Crown, but I haven't had Crown Peach.
Girl, try it.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
good. That's actually my
I'm
favorite.
a dark liquor person, but I'm a whiskey girl.
I like vodka. I got on the dark
Vodka.
liquor messing with them.
Look at me, vodka.
Oh yeah, because shout out to the Pretty Palace. They
Yes.
drink
No, let's not do
Hennessy.
vodka. Well, yeah, I'm gonna drink dark liquor,
Champagne
preferred,
vodka's best.
because I don't like how vodka makes me feel in the morning.
Oh.
It's the
Girl, you gotta drink water.
I
Drink.
do, but it's not
water.
about. I'm not a drunk. But it's more like it just dehydrates so much, and I'm over here. I always drink water. She knows that, But there's nothing.
And I feel like dark dehydrates so much. I cannot in the morning.
You don't
the only dark that I can drink is Crown. That's the only one I can
Give me a
drink.
little
Within
Give me a
Jameson.
little
Yeah,
bourbon.
I like Jameson.
No, see, that's Jameson is some. We not gonna remember what I did. Y'all gonna be telling me.
That's
what
my
I did.
mama was giving everybody at my tea party.
That's what that
yes,
was? The green tea shot?
tea. My mom made raspberry tea shots for my tea party. She got us all drunk. She was just
a real one.
She's a Scorpio too.
Scorpio, yes.
Love it. It's a lovely party.
It was a lovely party. My mom is a Scorpio too, but I will say this: that it's extreme opposites, except for like my mom's a passionate person.
There's types of us, you know.
Yeah,
that.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's why
Gray
I
lizard,
feel
a scorpion, or an eagle, and there's levels to that. And if you're not dealing with yourself, you're crawling. I'm flying right now because I've dealt with that.
That's so true.
I feel like my mama was Scorpion.
She's a sweep under the rug kind of person.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about what she said about how if you are on this side of the dirt, you got hope?
I mean, it resonated because I feel like everything I'm dealing with right now with my child, I'd be like, oh, God, there's no hope. There's no hope.
They leave this planet for a while.
Yeah.
My baby's 30, by the way. My oldest will be 33
and she's
this
only
year.
22.
Yeah,
Right.
That happened.
Look
Negative.
at that.
I had children at negative.
She had children before she even got here.
I came here with kids.
Listen.
For real. Children will make you lose yourself sometimes.
Man.
But you got to get your life too.
Yeah.
While they getting theirs. For real.
Man.
You really
It's such a
have to
deep
handle
thing to
that.
be a parent and have had trauma and then to do things that you never even knew because you never had.
But imagine having a child who has anger and abuse issues and then having trauma with abuse. How that triggering that is.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Because
I
you're
can
seeing
imagine.
yourself
Man.
in some respects. They're pieces of us. And sometimes they're unresolved pieces of us. And so you're trying to mitigate your own trauma and heal from that, and you're continually seeing it thrown back in your face, probably not in the best light.
Right.
Because they remind you
deep.
of all your shit.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, because your kids don't let you forget.
No, they want to snatch you back. But you know why they do that sometimes? They're snatching you back because you're more easily manipulatable if I have you in shame and guilt. But see, when you get to a point where you can't manipulate me with guilt, honey, I forgave myself. Now, if you can't forgive me, that's something between you and your God that you're going to have to deal with.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
You feel me?
I don't, the closest to trauma or kind of where it was like maybe I remembered something about myself and my kids wasn't something they did to me. It was something that happened to my youngest years and years ago. Close to sexual abuse, but, you know, and what I will say, it was like, I can't even imagine, girl, because that was like a moment in time. And it got solved quick, and it was just all handled. But how I felt, I just can't imagine. And then in some way, we're not given grace because we're supposed to be perfect out here, as women, as mothers, as humans, and we're not given the grace. So like, you can't even vent about it sometimes. 'Cause God forbid you're not perfect.
Right.
And I'm just gonna newsflash y'all. We're not. All of us aren't perfect.
Listen.
So unless
I got to call my best friend and say, listen, I'm about to say some things about my child that other people will judge me, but I know you won't.
Right. And you have to have that same
people like that.
Exactly. Girl,
Yep.
you was in my head. Feeling that, wasn't you?
Listen, girl, we kindred right now, okay? We are kindred spirits.
I am not here by mistake, and I'm not here at the wrong time. I'm here at the perfect time.
Yeah.
Nikki asked me about this a while back, and it didn't work out. That was before I went to Supriya.
Yeah,
too.
it was.
Right.
I just feel like people meet people where they're supposed to. And a lot of people have trouble with meeting someone right where they're at without expecting more. And girl, thank you.
I don't put my expectations on other people.
Yeah.
Because
I don't
I'll be
either.
disappointed. I'll just let you show me who you are, and I'll operate from that point.
Yeah. That was a life lesson, too, because growing up, I didn't know what to expect from anybody, really. So I had none. And then I got older, and slowly healed, because my process of healing, I mean, we're always healing, right?
Oh, yeah. It's a
but
journey.
my growth game was really strong about 10 years ago. But before that, all my expectations, because I felt like, oh, they're not expectations, or no one is ever going to be what you want them to be if you don't expect. Stupid little girl me.
Not stupid.
Not stupid, but I definitely didn't know what I know now. And I definitely know that you need to meet people where they are, have them show you who they are, and then you, again, operate from that, but also choose where you land there. And a lot of people are like, I'm gonna force myself in this little thing. Like, no, you just gotta land. Yeah. And if it doesn't land in where you're in with those people, then that's where you didn't land. Fine. But I used to force anything. Oh, I forced the hell out of stuff.
Yeah. I know, me too. Look, this is me like talking to you calmly now.
Like the square and the circle.
Yes.
Like, it was fitting because it was fitting.
Yeah.
Because I needed a place to belong. And then I never really belonged. And it was, as I got older, I was like, this is beautiful. I wasn't supposed to.
Yeah.
Like,
can we high five? Because that's a realization in and of itself.
It was huge for me.
Very much so.
And then, so I'll tell you, I'm not for you. And because I know who I am.
Yeah.
So.
And you can see when somebody is closed off and they don't want to work on themselves and they, you know what, maybe this isn't the right time for us. Because people can change. People can grow. Like that. Maybe this just isn't the right time for us to meet or to interact. And
but I'll be here if you need me 10 years from now.
I might. I may not be.
Well, I won't be here,
if
but
it's
I'll
meant
be in the
to
vicinity.
Be.
Exactly. And I won't ever really chase. And I say that not in like, these corny like chasing a man or anything, just chasing. I always chased. I always felt, as a child, you always chase. You are, oh no, things will come.
Yeah. Jay, what happens when you chase something? That means you're running after it, right? That means it's running away from you.
Exactly.
We don't chase. Exactly. You stand still and you attract.
Exactly.
Period.
And it was never relationship wise, because I had one relationship until so it was more just in general. Just for life. Same. I was always running after something.
The job, the education, the validation. Guess what? All of that is right.
Where it should be.
In you. You just have to realize
once I realized that. It's so crazy how you get older, and you don't necessarily get wiser when you get older.
You don't.
Because, honey, it's crazy out here.
It's some old folks that's dumb as hell that have not, and I say that in the respect that they keep doing the same thing over and over and over and still not learning. Insanity.
Sure. And not just not learning, but not even accepting.
Not willing to change.
No. And it's like
they're comfortable in the traumatic cycle. That happens.
My sister. Well, I feel like because that's that's all they know.
Exactly.
So that becomes their safety.
Yes.
A lot of people don't understand when you go through stuff that people are like, snap out of it. Oh, I've been told the worst things. Like, just like, get over it. Why are you not over it? Like, oh, this person raped you last year. A whole year passed. Why are you not over it?
Your childhood doesn't have anything to do with your life now. You're grown.
Wrong. Like, miss me with all that. But I realize that some people stay because they don't know anything else, and that fear of growth, because people are afraid of growing and changing and becoming, and like,
it's work.
Hard work. Nikki, because Nikki used to like the therapy sessions, the life, all of that, and God forbid you tell somebody, because also I'm doing work on myself. Here you go, but it's like, those are not your people. The people that are for you are the people that are like, you know what? I know you can. And I know who you are. And
you can't change what you won't confront.
Thank you.
I tell my staff, like, literally on Wednesdays at 4:00, I shut down. I'll come back afterwards for an hour, but I tell you, want me to go to therapy. I'm going to therapy, guys. I'll be away. I won't be reachable, but you need me to go to therapy.
I'm doing this for us.
Yeah. At one time, I had an advocate and 2 therapists, one for my work shit and one for my trauma shit, which those two things coincided. I nearly had a nervous breakdown. I mean, I kind of did last year. And then, okay, this is funny, but it's probably not funny to y'all. I told you I have a weird sense of humor. But I went to the crisis center to check myself in because I was like, I have to be fucking crazy, right? And then I realized when they were like, oh, yeah, because the lady was like, okay. Well, I was like, I have insurance, but I can't afford the copay. She's like, no problem. We'll put you in. We have services for people, that don't have insurance. Okay, cool. Came back, walked in, and they're like, oh, we found you have insurance. I said, I told her that out the gate. She goes, oh, well, if you have insurance, we have to take it. Now, normally, I would have argued, fought, whatever. I turned on my heel, and I walked outside, and I told him. I just bust out in this weird-ass laugh, and I was like, you know what? I can't even afford to have a nervous breakdown. Okay, this just let me know I don't need these white folks medication. Let me go ahead and get my shit together. And he'll tell you I'm not lying. And from that point,
something I would say, like I would react like that. You know it. Like
I was like, we went to go meet my former sister-in-law, and we went out to lunch. I was like, I can't even have a nervous breakdown.
I'm about to go eat because at least that will comfort me in some way, right?
Right.
And it did. It did because we went to meet her, and I was able to share, part of myself with my niece that day, and so. I was right where I was supposed to be, intended to be, but there was multiple deaths. There was so much going on. Work was like, I was stressed out. I didn't know how to not give so much of myself. Mm-hmm. And that was a ground zero moment as well that taught me boundaries.
Mm-hmm. I felt like that. I was like, I'm about to go bake rack myself.
Girl.
I'm about to. I was like, I need a vacation.
I don't need to be anything for anybody.
I want to go and be away.
Yes.
And then I was like,
I don't even
got
know
too many hospital bills, and I got to pay for all this stuff for this little boy. And
you do the math, you're like,
right.
So I guess I'm
and
not
then
having that
I'm going to miss work, and I got to pay rent.
Let me
Never mind.
see when my mind is available.
Where is my therapist tequila at? Because
my soul ain't ready yet.
Right.
Rent's due. Like
yeah, I gotta work. I can't.
Right.
I can't afford to have a nervous breakdown.
Right.
Isn't that wild?
Crazy.
It's okay.
It's
though.
either a nervous breakdown or eat. Like
Yeah.
like that's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But that's stupid.
Right.
Like things need to get better too.
Yeah.
I feel like we're focused on the wrong thing. Yeah. A pill to take away your anxiety, or we could heal it and work through it.
Right.
Like I don't need the pill to take it away. Like help me figure out why I'm having it. And
No,
maybe it'll get
let
better.
me give you drugs.
Yeah. Like,
Then one drug is going to lead to the next drug
ice
and to the
pill.
next
Yeah.
drug.
There is no happy pill. The only way out
is
is
through.
through.
Mm-hmm.
You got to go through. And the things that we avoid, we fail to realize that our blessing, our breakthrough, our growth, our everything that we've wanted is on the other side. But you got to go through.
Man.
I'm going to feel like we need to leave it right there.
Yes.
Because she said go through it. Don't
Right.
go over. Don't go under.
Go through it. And when the
don't
cat
go
bite,
around.
you bite it back.
When the cat bites, you bite it back.
We should
Peter,
name
don't
that
come get me neither.
our episode.
I
that.
know. We
We got to change the name.
When the cat bites you, you bite it back. And you put the tail, girl, like
The
you
tail.
a real thug.
The cat looked like
Like you're
Right.
like I don't ever I want you on my team. Not like, oh, we are not opponents.
Right.
sweetheart. Like come right here, baby. Come right here.
Listen, we were
'Cause no.
opponents.
Oh, listen, football. This one right here. I
So
was
you
like,
play-
dang. Yes.
Y'all
I got
She is-
tackled in flag football. But you know who gets tackled?
You did not
in
tackle
flag
this girl because she
football?
told me. Oh, she's like, I accidentally
was
tackled somebody.
Because
You
I'm a
mean
threat,
it.
sis.
Yeah,
I'm a
So
threat.
she's trying to put you out.
I felt so
I
bad.
didn't
Oh
know
my
I
God. I felt so bad.
I laughed the whole way down.
I got up and I saw flags on the field. I'm like,
She
what?
was like, I got really intense. During football. I was like, she told me she tackled somebody. I didn't know it was you. Wow.
I'm on the way down and I'm like, am I getting tackled right now? And I'm laughing.
Like you're like, this is me on the ground. Like, that's how
Oh my God.
I
Listen, that game was so funny. It went
It
from
was.
flag to tackle
Yeah.
real
It
quick.
was fun though.
I was like, how'd you? Yeah.
That was like a
Tell me
badge of
about it.
honor. I was like, you know who gets tackled in flag football? A
people
threat.
that-
That's who.
Right.
That was a threat.
I'm a real.
Listen,
I'm
I
a
just said, I
real-
gotta stop her. I didn't even think of throwing it.
Nope, she didn't care about the flag. She's like,
You know how easy it is to just go.
no.
No, she
No.
gonna keep
No,
going.
I had a cutback.
The only way was through. And she went through.
She She did. But she tackled me so nicely. She wrapped me real good.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta stop.
I'm hugging her really. Get down. Yeah, it was beautiful.
Oh my God, it was
I play
hilarious.
football with y'all. No, listen, all you gotta do is tap me. I'm like,
Right.
I'm such a liar. Cause I love sports, so the inner me is like,
yeah, it's all love.
It is.
No,
We had
it's
so
all
much
love.
fun.
We did.
So we need to find out, where can the people find you? Actually, where can I find? Oh, I think we started today. We're each other's people on social media now. But where can the people find you?
On Instagram, I am beautiful smile 511.
That she does, guys. That she does.
On Facebook, I'm Nikki Johnson.
Okay.
Stay tuned for, you'll see on my page sometimes the word switch, or AKA the words witch. Those are my words of wisdom. So I'm going to be launching that as well. I've got a couple of things under my hat that I'm working on, a couple of books, and I've been working on that.
She got a melody to her voice.
Yeah,
Yes.
I sing to. I do weddings and whatever special occasions, that type of thing.
Yes.
You might have to come to my wedding. I am.
I'm like, you married?
Wait.
Right. I was like,
Hey, girl.
I missed this.
I'm just
Okay.
Listen, I'm living with intent.
Yes.
And I don't know. Like, right? You don't know what you don't know.
You don't.
Exactly. But
That's
when you
funny.
start loving yourself and getting in your own business about
I
you,
love me some
they'll
me.
show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. It's
Who you need will show up.
Don't look at me like that.
I run to you.
She gave me Listen, so apparently she's my wedding singer.
Right.
And Nikki's a bridesmaid.
Okay.
Or maid of honor.
Just let me walk down with a fine guy. That's all I ask.
Okay, girl.
Dang, and I know plenty of fine guys.
Good. Just put me with him.
Okay. Okay.
She don't ask
Guys,
for much.
are
Right,
doing
that's it.
auditions?
Right. The audition.
Girl, yeah. I'm trying to hook you up. Like,
That's right.
This isn't about me. I'm married, right? Like,
That's true.
This isn't about
Your
me.
wedding is not about you. It is about me. Everybody heard that, right?
Apparently.
Her wedding is about me.
I love
Come see me at her wedding.
it. I love it. Right? Come see me at her.
I will be there.
Hold on, wait. This one really left at my wedding. Yeah. Okay.
All right, next year.
Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, I do
We're
have a knack
speaking
of
it.
speaking
We're
things, by the
speaking
way.
it.
She's drinking the water.
Right.
Well, that's water. Is that water?
Right.
I wish it was not water at this present
What's
time.
in there?
Because dang.
You never know.
Me. No. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
I let it
Go.
go.
Just go. Go with
I
it.
let it go.
Right.
Surrender it. It's so hard to surrender, though.
It is. Because we're control freaks, right?
That part.
Man.
You gotta let it go.
At the end of the day, I am a Leo. Apparently, that's a trait too. Like
Yeah. I told you that.
I know. I was like, I'm the anti-Leo.
She's like, you think I'm a Leo?
I don't
Yes.
think I'm a
Yes.
Leo.
To the
Girl,
T.
please.
To the
And
T.
She's seen me. She's seen me more aggressive than most people see me, and so that's probably where she gets that too. Cause
Yeah.
No, I see you.
I have
right now.
moments. No, it's like I love, but don't try me.
Don't play.
Like I don't play.
I saw that the
Leave me
first time I
alone.
met her. I was like, oh, God.
Actually, really, she did.
I'm super laid back because if I lean up, I'm going to prison.
Yeah.
Not jail, prison. You understand? So I'm laid
Because
back.
we doing live.
Right. But then I also,
We're not.
I also
We are
see
not.
that
We are not doing live. I am
That
not
is
going
not
to
in the
prison.
atmosphere.
That is not. No, I
That's
actually am not a thug in jail. I'll be like, where'd you get those socks? Are not mine.
This is wild.
I'd be like, I gotta eat what?
I can't go to jail. I don't like how they feed me.
no.
Yeah,
No.
and I like my own
For real.
underwear. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, there's certain boundaries that I don't want to cross.
Right.
So it's not happening.
Yeah.
But I hope you had a bitey. I said that on live on national TV.
National TV.
What's your handle before I keep going with this nonsense?
I am Nikki, NICKI fitness _1 foe. The foe.
Oh, I know. I don't have a phone.
You don't have a foe.
I need to add like a,
Four.
you know. Yeah. No. I just want a foe.
I just want a foe.
We
Just
gonna
give
eat
me a
some
foe.
Oh, I love pho.
Yes.
I'm sitting like, You can't even come to me. 'Cause I go all over the place. I'm like, crying 1 minute. Oh, you said food?
Right. I want food.
Did somebody say steak? I'm like, no, I don't. Actually, pho sounds good.
Look at you.
See how I sidetracked you? Don't let me.
What's my name?
What's my? Who am
Anyway, I am. What am I?
Who am I? You always say that. Who am I?
Yeah, because sometimes I want to use your name. Anyway, I'm
The pho.
The pho. We're gonna add it on there. The pho.
N-I-C-K-I. I'm Aspired J, but J-E-Y. Remember me.
J-E-Y.
Remember J-E-Y.
Special.
Yeah, it's different because my name, I will say my real name, half these people don't know my real name because I do the same thing. J is my protection.
Okay.
Sue J, all one word,
That's
is
so
my
cute.
name. I don't think I've ever used that on here.
National TV.
Look
Live
at
on national TV.
You see?
Sue J's in the house.
Be the coffee, not the water.
Yes.
I try to be the
Love
coffee.
I love me some coffee. Like, I live for coffee. Oh, you see? We're going to go get coffee and pho. Bye.
Pho.
What are we?
We are Aspired
Podcast.
Podcast. Subscribe, follow, like, comment.
Go follow my girl.
Do-
Go follow her.
do
This
it all.
girl. If you want to get tight and right, follow Nikki. If
Yes.
you want to eat right, follow me. All right, guys. Bye.
Let me stop the live. That was so good.
That was a beautiful thing. Look how organic that was.
Yes. I feel like we didn't even need questions.
That taco was vicious.
He couldn't wait.
Right, he was like, matter of fact, he was like,
Her eyes lit up and she just.
They're
It didn't look like a hug. It might have been a hug to them, but it didn't look
I like it rough.
I don't think it looked like a hug to nobody.
than to believe that BS because Nikki was like, yo, I hit this girl.
First of all,
And like she
I
told
went-
me like
I went back to the sidelines and Riley said,
stopped.
I know you didn't just do that to
Look,
Nikki.
I had to look at her different for like 5 seconds. I'm like,
I felt so
then
bad.
I'm like, she mean it.
But literally.
Everybody was like,